Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of the Leverkusen Pro mode. And in this episode we are going to start off with a game against a Bochum, as you can see. But first of all, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. And in this episode I've made my decision on Patrick Schick, and I've listed him for transfer, and for getting offer that I believe is realistic from a team that would sign him. And I'm going to let that happen, but if not, we're going to keep him. But for this game against Bochum, we're going to play the highlights of this. I'm going to start Adley up front to see what life would be like without Patrick Schick up front. So let's get into this one. And we can get a good win up against Bochum to start our episode. I think I might try something here. I'm not sure how this will work out because I'm not sure if it's going to actually let me pull this off. I'm going to hopefully cross it to that guy all the way over there. It didn't quite work out that way. Nico Gonzalez somehow lost the ball over there. That was a decent opportunity for him if he could get the ball under control. But he didn't manage to do so. 7 minutes in. Can someone get into the centre here? Andrich, what was that? I did not tell him to do anything there. That was his first touch. Our team clearly is falling apart this game so far. Nico Gonzalez, it's a good ball over the top too. Hudson-Odoi, keep that please. It's great work from him. Now Nico Gonzalez, finesse shots. No, that's what you can see. His long shots aren't the best, but for some reason with like normal long shots he can score them, but finesses he can't. It's weird. And if I just hold circle and shoot, or like do a power shot or Trivela shot, it will be on target. But if I try and finesse it, it ain't gonna work out. We're getting an attack here though. Is Adley gonna get into the box there? Adley, why did you stop that run? That was a good run. That's what I hate about strikers in this game, man. They just stop runs for no reason. It's been a thing in FIFA for years. I just wish I would actually fix it. We've got a penalty to try and save here. Meslier. He's going to go to the left. And we saved it. Okay, we've got an attack at 88th minute. I'm not going to play that pass to the R because he's probably going to be offside, knowing my luck. Okay, Adley's been left open though. Adley, how have you missed? We get a 0-0 draw against Bochum. How did Adley miss that? Schick would have scored there. That's what I'm going to say. Schick would have scored that. And for this game up against Augsburg here, we're going to see what life is like with Patrick Schick. So we're going to play the highlights of this one and see if Patrick Schick will get us a goal in this game. Like, I mean, Adley couldn't do in the last one. Let's get into this one. So early on here, we get a corner opportunity. Obviously, Patrick Schick is an option on these. He's not really scored that many of them recently anyway. So going to whip that one in there. Towards Patrick Schick. Can he get on the header? Yes, he can. But it's saved by that keeper. That was a good attempt. Now Augsburg getting attacked 28 minutes in here. We should realistically beat Augsburg. They've got a decent attack foot low. We've got Patson Daka and another striker who's decent. Can't remember who their second striker is, but that was good defending for Andrich. Now we have a solo run here with Musa Diaby, I believe it is. I'm hoping Hudson-Odoi and Schick will both make runs. And they have done, so we can play that into Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick puts this one up here, and that's what I mean. He's clinical. Give him a chance. One of the keeper, he majority scores them. In these situations, he usually scores from there. I was so confident with him last season in those situations. It's just this season it's really sort of down in his goal impact. We're getting an attack here 52 minutes in, which is why I was thinking about selling him and bringing in someone fresh. And one thing that also I thought about is, would it be too much selling Schick and Wirtz in this window, like this season? Changing it up too much. Obviously Hideki went as well, but we've got a shooting opportunity with Nico Gonzalez, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Yeah, but as I was saying, would it be too much switching up the team that much? Like we brought in Meslier, who's like worked his way into the first team. We've brought in Nico Gonzalez, who's obviously replaced Demirbay. We've brought Holschek into the first team to replace Florian Wirtz. Would it be too much getting rid of Patrick Schick? And I kind of think it would be. I think we'll be changing the team too much early on here. And sometimes when you change things too much, like too early, it doesn't work out. Now Hudson-Odoi will hit that, why not? And it's not a bad attempt from him. But late on here, Augsburg getting themselves an attack. And so hopefully we can defend this one. I kind of wish it would put me as one of my centre-backs to begin with though. But it's great work from Tatsoba from the pass. From Patson Daka, and we get a 1-0 win over Augsburg. Patrick should be the only goal scorer. Okay, so if we get up against this team, we're going to sim this with the second team and hopefully get a win over them. as you can see, Adley's now the first team striker, and the second team is loaned out Wagner for 2 years to Mainz. And you can see Adley scores twice and Bakker also gets a goal. Doesn't see it. So here we are on deadline day, and I'm just going to sim through this, and if we get an offer for Schick that I think is realistic, now we'll let it happen like I mentioned, but if not, we'll keep him for the rest of the season and make a decision in season 3. So if you don't see anything this window, you'll see the very next game. Because as you can see, Patrick Schick is still on our side, because we didn't get an offer that I think was realistic for him, so we're going to keep him for the rest of the season. We are going to sim this game up against Union Berlin with the first team, and hopefully get a win over them. We get a 2-0 win, whole Schick, grabbing 2 goals with the see that from him. For this game up against Mönchengladbach, we're going to play the highlights of this one, because we've got a game in the Europa League up next in the round of 82 that we want to get in this episode, so let's get into this one. Hopefully beat Borussia Dortmund, because I think we beat them already this season, I'm not too sure. But let's get into this one, hopefully beat them in this game. It's 40 minutes and we get a counter attack here. And I'm not going to play a through ball because they don't really work in this game. We're going to just take it with Nico Gonzalez. And I hope players make good runs. But Patrick Schick is just not making a run anyway. But Nico Gonzalez challenged by Nico Slotterbeck. What is it with it, like, why isn't Patrick Schick not making a run there? Why is he just standing there, you know what I mean? Like, I was telling him to make a run, but he just decided against it. He was like, no, I'm just going to stand there and do nothing. Okay, how's that worked out then? Tactical foul there, but they do get a free kick obviously. I'm going to cross it in. But Holschek's going to get it clear. And we've got Alberta save a penalty here, great. Here's Sebastian Haller versus Meslier. Sebastian Haller is going to go to the right and Meslier saves it. Now we have a corner here, 49th minute. If I remember correctly, we did beat them in the last episode. Yeah, we did beat them last episode because we got a late winner, I believe it was. Gonna whip that in there. Tatsoba! Yeah, it was Jonathan Tarr got the winner in the end. That was a good clearance off the line there. That is just not the pass I was looking for. Get a sitter run here with Hudson-Odoi there. Hudson-Odoi, who last episode stepped up, so we're hoping he does the same this episode. Play that through to Schick, and Patrick Schick to prove himself. Patrick Schick puts us 1-0 up. And hopefully that threat about his position in the team is going to spark a fire underneath him. And it's going to absolutely turn up for the rest of the season. And just bag a bunch of goals for himself. And we get a 1-0 win, I believe, in the end, up against Dortmund. So let's get into the next game, up against PSV Eindhoven in the group, in the round of 32 in the Europa League. Before this game against PSV Eindhoven, for the first leg, we are going to play the highlights of this one, so we have a very busy schedule this month of February, because we've got the Europa League, we've got Bundesliga games. So let's get into another game in the highlights with the first team, and hopefully get another win over PSV Eindhoven in this one.
Tonight we find ourselves in northwest Germany, in Leverkusen, on the banks of the Rhine, not too far from Cologne.
So early on here we get a free kick. It's not really the greatest shooting position. If the camera angle was lower, I probably would take it. But we're going to play it short here with Hudson-Odoi. We're going to get it into Patrick Schick. I was going to take a power shot there, but it was closed down way too quickly for me to even attempt it. And Andrich was in a decent cross, but no one was there. Now we have a crossing opportunity again here though, 30 minutes in. Is Patrick Schick going to make a good enough run there? It's not a bad run, but the cross was awful. Where was the height on that cross? We were going to have that ball, man. That wasn't a lost ball. That was we was about to have possession over that. We have a free kick here. Musi Darby's over it for some reason. Even I put Andrich on free kicks. I feel like you should be able to take, like, you know, call like a second player here with like Auto and a third one with R1 here in these positions. Instead of just being like a one-man free kick, unless you press like, you know, R1 to call a second player, which is just like on a corner when you call someone short. A penalty kick here for PSV Eindhoven. Is El Ghazi standing over it. And El Ghazi is going to go to the right, and Meslier saves another penalty. And we get an attack here, 62nd minute. Hopefully we can get a goal here. I was hoping this game would be One of those where the first leg is dead and buried, and like, you know what I mean, puts a tie into like a no question, and like the first game like sort of answers the question of who's going to win the tie. Hudson-Odoi's attempt there wasn't the greatest, but it looks like the second leg is actually going to be caught for here if we don't get a goal late on here. That's great defending from Jonathan Tah. Now they have another attack. I thought we were going to get given an attack there, but we are not, unfortunately. That was a long advantage. They were on the ball as well. Okay, why is he straight through in the centre? He's not actually. Okay. He kind of is, but he's not at the same time, because it's going to play that pass which ruins the attack. And we get a final attack here, 89th minute. And we get a late winner here. No, we're not, because Andrich is actually going to keep the ball, actually. That was an awful touch though. Andrich now. Patrick Schick. What was that, Patrick Schick, man? What was that? We get a 0-0 draw in the first leg. If it's going up against Hertha Berlin, we're going to sim it with the second team because we need to rest the first team for the very next game in the Europa League. And we're going to probably not get the best result in this game. We get a 3-0 win. Love to see that from the second team. DRB did come on though, so Hudson-Odoi and they cap here for some reason. But Hudson-Odoi, Hudson-Odoi scores, DRB scores, and Adley scores. So love to see it. Okay, for the second leg, I'm actually going to play through the whole game, but I'm only going to share goals scored. So let's get into this one. Hopefully get a good win over PSV Eindhoven. As you can see, it's 0-0 after the first leg, as you saw. So let's hope we can actually get some goals in this one. Only for Mosto. I don't want them to score. For obvious reasons, I want it to be an easy win for us going into the next round. Let's get into this game and hopefully beat PSV Eindhoven. Holshek. Shooting opportunity, Holshek. DRB plays it back through to him though. And there we go, we've finally got 1-0 up. Don't know how we get to score earlier there. Don't know how Benitez saved that Holshek attempt, but it was a great save from him. This save here, Benitez, unreal goalkeeper in this game, but DRB buries it on the third attempt actually in the end. And we're 1-0 up here, love to see it. Till. It's looking like a good attack for them. Verman is it into okay, that was good play. I tried to stop it. I thought I did stop it, but Raul Jimenez somehow gets it round by the defender. And yeah, puts the ball in the back of the net. I thought I did enough to block the attack. I came out there to try to block the ball, and here I tried to block the run, but Raul Jimenez gets into the box and puts the ball in the back of the net. Oh shit, now. Hudson-Odoi, it's great work from him. Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi, it's great work from Hudson-Odoi. But how has he missed? Nah, how has he missed? Kevin now. Kevin, yes. Love that. Showing some strength. Kevin hits it low and hard. And it's in the back of the net. I brought him on after that miss from Hudson-Odoi. And Benitez, that is a shot he probably should have saved. He's made some unreal saves this whole game. He's denied some guaranteed goals in most games. But he's been absolutely incredible for PSV. But Kevin there shows his physicality, his desire. And he hits it low, near post. It isn't the best actual shot from him. But I think, yeah, Benitez is just blindsided a little bit by a Schick and his defender, sort of being too close there, and we've got a goal to go up late on here, so we can hold this lead. 2 now. There we go, and that's a 2-1 victory over PSV Eindhoven. It wasn't easy. Benitez was a very good keeper in this game, but we get a win in the end, and we go through to the round of 16. Okay, next game up against Mainz. I think I'm gonna send this for the first or second team. We're gonna go first team because I believe they are in 6th place in the league, so they're a decent team this season. So we need to play our first team in this one. And we will pick up a 2-1 victory. DRB and Schick getting the goals. Love to see it. Okay, for this game up against Colin here, we've got another sim game. So we've got a very busy schedule, and I want to get through most of this season in this episode. So we're gonna sim this game with the second team here, and hopefully get a win over Corn to continue our good form. And we do. Paulinho and Adli getting the goals to get us a win. Love to see it. Okay, we've got another game for our second team up against Mönchengladbach. They signed back Dahoud. Is he back there permanently? Is he? I'm not too sure about that signing. I think they might have just bought him. They signed Musa. They're from Valencia. So we're going to sit in this with the second team, sorry. We've got our next game in the Europa League after this. And we get a 1-0 win with Adli getting a goal in the 80th minute to get us the win. Love to see it. Okay, for this game against Villarreal, I'm going to do what I just did against PSV. I'm going to play the full game, but I'm going to just show you the highlights of the game, like the goals I scored, and maybe a couple of close chances. So let's get into this one. Hopefully you get a good win in the first leg, so we'll have to play the second leg up against Villarreal.
Just couldn't keep it on target.
Really clears it here. Unfortunately for us, it's Diaby who's going to actually go for the header, and he wins it. Holshek, oh, he's fooled the defender. Holshek, that is great from him. Adam Holshek. He got some big goals last season in similar situations later on. And in this one, a fake shot gets us round the defender, and it's a finish into the far corner, past Rulli, to put us 1-0 up here.
Well, as you can see, this was always coming. They've been piling on the
Fools the defender there, and the shot at a tight angle, and really can't get anything to it, and Holshek puts us 1-0 up, play it on here. He gets round the Vrij, and it's a great finish from him. Mr. Diaby, let's hold them off, and hold on to the ball as well. Ref! How's he not giving the pen there? Let's watch that back. How is he not giving a pen? VAR. How is this not a penalty? Diaby clearly on the ball. Okay, is that enough for it to not be a penalty? Like, the ball gets touched, like, you know, Diaby's taken it away. You know, he's kicked it into the leg of the defender. And the defender has come flying in. Is there contact before he gets to the ball? That's the question. Yes, there is. It's contact before he gets a touch on the ball. So, like, possibly would get given as a pen IRL. I'm not too sure. It's one of those where it's 50-50. Chukwueze dealt with by Tatsoba, and that should be a 1-0 victory in this game. If Kevin can get the ball there. There we go. It's a 1-0 victory against Villarreal in the first leg. Courtesy of Holshek's goal. Let's get into the next game of the episode. Okay, this game against Hoffenheim, we're going to sim with the second team because we've got the Champions League, the Europa League up next, and we get a 2-1 victory. Palhinha and Emery getting the goals. Okay, for the second leg here, we're going to go with the exact same team as we did in the first leg, because it worked in the end, and I'm going to play the full game, and I'm going to do exactly what I've done throughout the rest of the series, and just show you the main highlights of the games. Let's get into this one. Hopefully get an emphatic win over Villarreal to stamp our claim on this trophy. So the door now. Klošek. Andrik from range. Andrik! And it's into the back of the net. It didn't look like the greatest attempt, but it goes into the back of the net anyway. Didn't look like the most powerful of shot, but clearly the placement of it was more of the reason why it went in, because John Rulli couldn't get to that. It curls around the back of the Vrij and just finds its way into the back of the net. It's a great finish from Andrik from range. Puts 2-0 up here. Okay, get that, please, Andrik. Love to see that. Okay, now we've got an interesting decision here. What am I? Why did the game not let me? I promise you, I tried to clear that with Meslier. I promise you, I told him to clear that. But for some reason, the game decided not. Not right there, I told him to clear it, but he took a huge touch, and that happened. Direct went from Capiedo. Patrik Schick now. Patrik Schick makes a room for the shot, and he buries it. They put us back ahead here on the night, and 2 ahead on the aggregate. The roulette from Schick, and a shot from range, it just blasted into the back of the net. Nothing really could have done about that one. And I clearly made the right decision to not show Schick right now, because it's coming good this episode. I won't really say a change in their team was necessary, but Jonathan Tah, okay, interesting decision there. That was unorthodox, but it worked out. Holshek now. I wonder if we can get the better of Vrij in this game. But Moussa Diaby now. Moussa Diaby. No one marked him. And Moussa Diaby was wide open. And it's a great finish from him. Just bends it into the far corner. Past Pavlenka in net. I didn't realise they changed keeper in this game. And it hasn't really worked out for them because Geronimo really made some great saves. And I see it's a great pass. Andrić spots him open and it's a first time finish into the back of the net. Okay, Holshek now. Can he just hold onto the ball? Need an option? No. Holshek. We find the option. It's Nick and Gonzalez over to Andrić. And it's a no-look finish. And now we're just rubbing salt in the wounds. Andrić gets himself another goal in this fixture. He scored a long shot, I believe. Was it this game? Yeah, he did. He scored a long shot in this game. He gets himself the second goal for him in this game. And Villarreal going high pressing was just realistically should be Schick in that position, and Andrić where Schick is. But you know, we get the goal in the end, and Andrić gets a nice goal for himself. Get down the pitch, Hudson-Odoi, can't cut inside. There's not enough room there for him to cut in. But in the end, it's going to be an emphatic victory, like I asked for. Sorry for the cough, they got sort of a sore throat. Get a 5-1 victory. So I'm going to end the episode here, and as you can see, starting this episode, we will take on RB Leipzig, which is a very big game for our league season. We could put ourselves into the title race much closer than we already are, because we are in second place, a few points behind Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich will take on Hanover, so they probably should win that game. So if we win that game, we'll stay a few points behind them. But in the Europa League, I'm going to show you who we're going to face in the quarterfinals. It's a very big game. I've just checked it myself, and I'm kind of worried. Because somehow, some way, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar and Messi have ended up in the Europa League. And we're going to be taking them on in the quarterfinals. Let's look at the other games we could have got. Genk are still in the competition. Why couldn't we got them? Nice. I would have taken Nice. I would have taken anyone here, but PSG get the hardest possible team, and let's find out where they finish in their group, because I feel like they should have gone through in their group, surely. But they obviously didn't. So we're in the Europa League. Where was their group? All the way towards the top. Where? No. Oh no, we're in season 2. So PSG in Ligue 1 didn't get a Champions League position. Very interesting that happened. I'm not sure what happened in the Ligue 1 last season. But for whatever reason, PSG are in the Europa League. We're going to be taking them on next episode, so stay tuned for that. But don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. There's a bunch more content on my channel. You can go check out the rest of the episodes for this career mode. There'll be a playlist at the end of the video. There'll also be like another video link that you can check out. There's a Man City career mode on my channel if you want to go check that out. Is it 2 seasons I did with that, or is it 3 seasons? I'm not too sure. I think it's 2 seasons I did with Man City. There's a couple of rebuilds out on the channel with Fiorentina and did Leicester. We've also done Marseille, the most recent one. So go check them out if you're interested in those. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.